Staying with trig then, as the pace ramps up in question 6, where we've been given a function fx equals 6x multiplied by root 1 minus x squared, and a function g of x which equals cos x. We're also told then that hx is the composite function f of g of x, and in the first instance we're asked to write hx in the form a sine bx, where a and b are part of the integers. So normally where we see write down, it's fairly straightforward, but this one is 5 marks and it's actually going to be the exception. So this is actually a bit of a trickier question. We are told that hx equals f of g of x. So here, when you get to fx, instead of seeing the x's, your input isn't actually going to be an x, it's going to be the output from our first function. So because our first function is g of x, so we start with x, our first function is going to be g of x, and that is going to then become our input into here and here. So we are going to end up with h of x is equal to 6 times, not x, but cos x, multiplied by 1 minus cos squared x. This doesn't look anything like this, which is where we're hoping to get to. So what's the next step going to be? Well, we should remember that from our trig identities that sine squared x plus cos squared x equals to 1. So you can see here that I could express sine squared x as 1 minus cos squared x, and you will notice, therefore, that I could substitute this in up here. So this would become 6 cos x multiplied by the square root of sine squared x. Now the square root of sine squared x is just going to be sine x, so 6 cos x sine x. And again, here thinking about trig identities, I could express this as 3 times 2 cos x sine x. This is a trig identity, and we can express this as sine 2x. So this could actually be expressed as 3 sine 2x, which is what we're asked for in the question here. For part B, we are asked hence to find the range of h. So if we are looking at our function here, we can see that the amplitude, normal amplitude of the sine curve of 1 is going to be stretched by a scale factor of 3. So our range of h, so h of x there is going to be between -3 and 3.